Hello everyone, my name is Victor. Welcome to the Alpha and Sigma Mindset channel, where here you can discover your potential to live a better life. And today we're going to talk about how to make a good first impression when we meet someone for work, business, or any other reason. And I gotta be honest here. When I was a manager or supervisor before, as a manager, that's when you interview people. But also when I was a supervisor, I pay attention to all the managers, how they were doing interview, and I realized that most of the time supervisors, managers, they pay attention to how you dress, how you talk, how you project yourself, because they're gonna give you a job. And these companies, corporation, the government, they wanna get the best of the best. They don't wanna hire someone that is sloppy, or they just don't care about themselves, how they project themselves, how they give the first impression. And they pay attention to that. And I have seen people not getting a job just because how they show up that day for the interview. So it is important to know and understand how we should dress when we show up for an interview. Of course, if we're trying to get a job, and that depends on the job that you're trying to get, because some jobs just require to show up in a suit and a tie. Some other jobs just would be enough if you show up with a long sleeve shirt, right? Just common sense, nothing else. It's very plain and simple. It's not rocket science. But some people just want to show up and they think, it's enough to say, I just want to work and I'm gonna do the best I can. Because I heard this all the time, or many times, and it doesn't work like that. And now I'm gonna give you 3 tips related to how you should dress to make that good first impression. And the first tip is, you should buy a suit and a tie. Most of the time, for whatever reason or any reason, you're gonna need a suit and a tie. So you're not gonna spend your money on something that you're not gonna use, because you can either use it for work, to go to your best friend's wedding, or meeting someone, and could be an interview, or you're just trying to make some connections to open a business. So it's always a good idea to have a suit and a tie. Second tip is, when you buy a suit, it shouldn't be baggy, it shouldn't be oversized or too tight either. And I think this is one of the mistakes a lot of people make when they buy a suit. They just want to be too comfortable, or they just want to show off some muscles. And it's not about that. That's how it is. It should look good on you. It should look great on you. That's how it is. And I understand many people just want to, show off their body because they're fit and everything. But when we're trying to get a job, or do business with other people, or give the first, or make that first good impression, it's not about showing off anything. It's about looking good on that suit, looking great on that suit. And if you are the kind of person you just want to be comfortable all the time, and you want that baggy suit, it's not a good idea either. Like I said, it should be your size, plain and simple. And last but not least, the color of the suit. I think black, navy blue, or gray, those are nice colors. If you're trying to get a job or just have a meeting with someone, I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. Of course, this is my personal opinion, but I'm here to help, and I'm here to help you guys achieve something big and teach you how you should dress, how well you should dress if you want to achieve something big in your life. And I'm gonna give you a piece of advice at the end that I consider is a good advice as well. And we have talked about already how important it is to dress well, and I cannot emphasize how important that is, to be honest with you. I see all the time people dressing like they don't care, and they should care about that. I always say that some people do whatever they want to do in life for any reason, right? For whatever the case might be. Maybe they're rich, or maybe they don't care. But if you're trying to achieve something big in life and make a difference in your life, you should care about that first good impression, how to make that first good impression. And you need to learn now. It's not, okay, well, I'm just trying to enjoy my life and I'm still young and I'm gonna do. If you don't practice now and you don't start learning what you're supposed to learn to achieve something big in life, you're gonna get used to that kind of thing, and then maybe you just have that opportunity that day and you're not ready yet. So start now. It's never too late, but you need to start now, and you can do it. So the last advice that I said that I was gonna give you at the end is how you speak. And I think most of the people don't get a nice job because when they go to an interview, they just don't know how to speak. And they sabotage their words. And I have seen a lot. And then you look at them like, you were born in this country and you don't even know how to speak, and you just open your mouth and the things you're saying right now is unacceptable for an interview. So watch your mouth when you speak and learn how to speak to people, how to talk to people. It's important to know how to speak. Okay? So I hope this helps a lot or somehow, and always try to do better than you can, because you can do it. I came from another country and I tried to do better than I knew I can do. I forced myself to be better, to speak better, to project myself better, to respect people in a better way. So I was constantly changing myself to get to this point, and I still changing. It never ends. That's what I can tell. Okay? See you next time.